Hello and welcome back to the PSISTORM Esports Network. I'm your host Chickenman here for your weekly esports results and highlights. This week we've got the conclusion of the International as well as more of the League of Legends World Championship, so let's get into it. With an over $40 million prize pool, this International was by far the biggest esports event of all time. And although it was delayed over and over again and still wasn't able to have an audience in attendance, the games really lived up to the hype. Not only were they exciting to watch, but some of the results were surprising as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from throughout the playoffs.
But still,
they've caught Yawa.
Still a decent one.
Yeah, Laslau is in with his BKB, throws the arena down, but this is disjointed from Quincy. Sax, Sumail and Thompson stand their ground. They'll be slowed down by the Echo. Seb gets the two of them. Thompson, he wants Yawa so bad. And they'll find him with that Fisher.
Thompson still going. Even inside the Wukongs, doesn't care too much about it. Celestial Hammer gets the kill.
Beyond godlike Thompson, nightmaring up the Void Spirit now. Chain stunts galore. Finally a Witness Curse onto this Dawnbreaker, and they'll clear her up. Quinn is back in.
That's a deal with Aegis. They need to get more.
They need Sumail's Aegis. They need to kill her twice. Quincy crew losing their mid laner barracks.
Remnant.
Saxa, can he help Sumail? The buyback and the Solar Guardian comes in. MSS in a lot of trouble. Laslau trying to defend his Monkey King, and Quinn blowing up the Snapfire.
I mean, he has AC and Venge Aura. He hits for 500.
A lot of damage, whatever the hell it is. There's the Horn Toss, like you were talking about, Static Storm used for zoning capability. You can see Thunderstrike applied as there's the swap back from Old 11, so Tiny is super safe. Boundless Strike now into the Bat Rider. Looks like he's broken, trying to get out of the Wukong's command. Will be successful, but the swap again, and 23 Savage is dead. And that is mega creeps for Vici Gaming, as it looks like they are on the way to continuing to play in TI10. Oh, big RP, but the skewer back on only two heroes and brought down simply with the right clicks of Poyoyo. Buyback now from Cuckoo. Gets glimpsed back into the fray. Gets off the Horn Toss, but brought down again. That's a dieback now as GG is called. T1 is out of TI10.
Small gold advantage with those buybacks, and they're just going to start it.
They just walk right into the pit. Torrent tossed out. Got the vision. Follow Gale Force ready to sleep. And now the force cell. Is it going to be enough? Do they have the vision? They go jumping right back in again. Zai, they have it. They'll turn around the silence. Everything coming out now. They'll take down Kaka. There's a stop. It's beautiful as they go right back in. And they're just dishing out too much damage. They'll take out Zai. Emo now forced to run the shackle. Connects. He'll be next to fall, but they get another step. Fly. Just cutting away over onto Nisha. Is he going to be able to stay alive? He's going to be. Oh, he's not. Downhill. Go. They'll follow up and get themselves a kill on JT.
At the end of the day, it came down to two teams, PSG LGD, who were seen as the favorites to win it all by many and had topped their group, and Team Spirit, who had a decent group stage but dropped down to the lower bracket early, where they had to fight through the 2019 champions OG, as well as 3 of the top 4 teams from the group stage, but they finally made it to go up against PSG LGD in the best of 5 finals.
They'll start now to force Spirit back out the base. Miposhka will get himself out with a blink. They just need to reset Spirit.
They're trying to get out. Faith Beyond's on top of Mira though.
So they've got the curse, holding back the Lycan. Why? Being a bit of a nuisance off to the side. Gets the impetus onto Mira, but why? It's chased down by Collapsing. You saw it, they've got him. Toronto Tokyo, low on mana. James holds it back, but now with the BKB armor.
He has buyback though.
Straight back in with the Remnant. Gets instantly caught out with the Torrent. Well, the silence as well. Jump forward, collapse, BKB, Stewart back, into the clutches of Yatoro. Yatoro, they're going to be able to lock him down with the RP. Where's the detection? Where's the detection?
No detection.
They need to see him. They don't get to see him. Army, he's going to live. He's going to turn towards Mirror. He's still very low here. And then a slight change. They get him. They finish him off. Oh, nothing to say.
What a TP.
What a TP. And they got him.
There we go.
They'll take him off the cliff.
But look at Roche!
Oh!
Ahmed's killing Roche!
Oh, no, he can't do it, surely. Blink out time, Collapse, he's got his eyes on him, still nothing to say or why for 50 seconds.
Ahmed's alone!
He's gone in alone, that was a risky move, he's got the back of a Jin-Q. But Spirit, they're gonna chase on, slight chase, Ahmed is gone! 2 minutes, no Tiny! Ancient exposed! Spirit, they'll make the walk over towards the Ancient.
They're not waiting for the creeps.
They're ready to close it this time. Only 2 left. Can they stop a PSG LGD? I don't think they can. Jin-Q's got it. It's over.
GG!
It's over. GG. They've got it. They have done it. Team Spirit.
And Team Spirit in one of the most impressive lower bracket runs of all time against every single top team takes the grand finals of the International 10. The series was so close, it almost felt like PSG LGD was going to get the reverse sweep, but no. Team Spirit locked it down and got the win when it mattered most. Congratulations to them. Now that the International is finished up, we can turn our attention over to Reykjavik, where the 2021 Worlds are getting into the nitty-gritty.
Play finds the stun at a first as their follow through. Yes, Khan is in. Stopwatch burn, Vulcan nearly dead. Second half of the fight now begins as the front line is Barrel being pushed backwards. Decent damage coming across, a stun onto the Graves. Barrel will go down, 1-0, but big damage still coming across. Stun into the vent. Good cleanse. Fudge has a shield and jumps back to safety. Still waiting on the rest of that fight as we're waiting for the ultis to come back. Kill comes in, 1-0 so far. Sven about to fall for the second. Damwon Kia have too much gold, and they are just beating down the opposing squad. Fudge will not find the stun. He will immune a card, but he will still die in the end, rooted in place and killed indeed. Should we get some clarity, get some mana, but Cloud9 have lost 3 for 1.
Just go for the steal. EDG playing with fire.
Somebody behind them, they
everything.
don't know. They don't see
Come in,
him.
flash over the wall. 4-man ulti, just like that. One push of a button, FBI dominating Mountain Soul for 100 Thieves and EDG. They're running out of hope.
Someday erases EDG from the map. 100 Thieves are heading down mid lane, looking to take down the LPL champions.
This is a game to be proud of for 100 Thieves and the hopefuls back at home. The fact that they're able to do this and just stomp EDG and what EDG's great at.
Graves. And that man's about to land in one as Hanabi is godlike.
So that was rough.
Okay, River is taken for a while. Sterix pop, he's got a Syndra nearby. Goes for the dunk, gets pushed back. Niski gets a single kill, but the support is dead now as well. Whippo trying his best cosplay to get a kill, but won't have that one happen either. Turrets falling to the other side of the map as you just got Unified pushing it down.
They can just buy time.
Whippo and Niski on the Hanabi, 1,000 gold shut down. That is a very wide Whippo, but they are losing Nexus turrets. Trying to get his damage, he can dunk, he's out on Jace. And there's the kill. He's getting bigger and bigger, but again, the Nexus turrets are still dying and they gotta get back there.
The group stage is all done, which means the playoffs are ready to get started. They're in no rush though, as those matches will be played over the next couple of weeks. We'll keep you up to date on those results in our coming episodes, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. Now let's go check out something entirely different. The official F1 Esports Series began their Pro Championship this week with races on the Bahrain International Circuit, the Shanghai International Circuit, and the Red Bull Ring in Austria.
Turn one, he's got enough ERS, just about 20%. He's got the DRS wide open now.
3 cars for victory on the last lap of the opening race. Lucas Blakely with a brilliant run with DRS closing. Lucas Blakely takes the lead. Oh, and there's contact between the first two. Is it going to be a 3-wide battle as they go up the hill? The Aston Martin's got the lead. Blakely turning miles away from the racing line to try and break the toe. It's super close between. They're making contact again. Will they open the door for Alvaro Caraton, who appears now in second position? Oh, they nearly collide. They're banging wheels on the final lap. Caraton gets himself up to second place, and Longue is gone from battling for the lead. And Lucas Blakely says, say good night under the lights of Bahrain whilst they battle for P2. He's on his way to his maiden victory in F1 Esports. Lucas Blakely has played things to perfection, and his reward is looking up and seeing the checkered flag first. Lucas Blakely takes the opening win of the year and wins for the first time in F1 Esports. What a phenomenal drive. What a way to take your first victory in this championship.
Will he keep the lead? This is where we're going to find out. They've all come in. Watch Denoso's name on the left-hand side. It's going to be a few moments. Right, up to 6th, up to 3rd. Where's Denoso? Coming out. There's the race leader. Fabrizio Denoso takes the lead.
Unbelievable! Fabrizio Denoso in the Alpine leads the race by only 0.6 of a second from Otmir. This is not over.
Wow, this is absolutely phenomenal. A race of 2 gambles, and now it's Alpine who were in contention for such a long time. In the first race of the year with long... Oh, he's wide! And it's treacherous out there. There's still... If you move away from the wet racing line, you might open the door, and Otmir doesn't need a second invitation. What a battle into the final stages now. Denoso up against Otmir, both of them on the soft tyres. We have a race on dries, having started on full wets. We're now racing on slicks, and it's Longue with the fastest lap. Denoso, Otmir, and Kiefer, the top 3.
We had a 3-way fight, round 1 Bahrain. We now have Otmir on the back of Denoso for the race lead from 14th on the grid. This has worked out perfectly for Jarno and the Mercedes driver. Can he get him into the hairpin?
Well, he's in the traction zone now. He's in the slipstream. Can he take the lead? Jarno Otmir's going for it. There's no defense offered by Denoso. Was he caught unawares there? Jarno Otmir's got back through. Extraordinary stuff. Was Denoso trying the up and under? There wasn't much of a contest, but Otmir back at the head of the field. Those early laps when you're on the wrong tyre, when the main task was keep it pointing in the right direction, has led him to the final corner of the last lap, and you are watching one of the great drives of F1 Esports completed. Jarno Otmir is the brilliant winner in China after a sensational drive in the wet, a sensational drive in the dry, and that smile tells you all you need to know. They didn't feel that they could double stack, and so Danny Moreno comes into the pits now. Sibos comes into the pits as well. Cedric Tomei takes the lead. He's just going to roll the dice and hope it dries out. And given what we've seen this year in F1 Esports, rule nothing out. And on lap 13 of 25, the conditions have changed. And look at where Danny Moreno is coming out. He's filtering out in 10th position. Make that 11th. Nicolas Longue is going to out-drag him. And 2nd place in the dry turns into 11th place in the wet.
Gets pole position, works well with his teammate Danny Moreno. Unfortunately, he lost out, did Moreno, but Jarno Otmir is going to extend and go into the championship lead, as well as take that team standings higher up.
He is still the driver to beat in F1 Esports for the 2nd race in a row. Jarno Otmir sees the checkered flag first and wins in Austria. Freddie Rasmussen is back on the podium. Barry Borman takes McLaren up there. And I tell you what, Jarno Otmir says, catch me if you can.
After 3 rounds, Jarno Otmir sits in 1st place with a comfortable lead, but there are still 9 rounds left to go, which means anything can still happen. While we're on the subject of automobiles, I couldn't help but notice the lack of a giant soccer ball in those races. Fortunately, we do have Rocket League to help out with that, as the RLCS had matches in Oceania this week.
They'd have to, and it's definitely disappointing to get equalized so soon after finally getting the lead. But again, I think they'll be in high spirits. They're going to be hyped up. They know they need to win, but boy, Renegades are still looking so dangerous.
More shots on, but that's just a shot from the midfield. Ground zero in the last series, remember, they were so controlled of every single ball. A nice touch by Fever right in front of net. Goes low, goes beautiful. Underneath, and Fever finds one for himself.
And CJ so fast here, aerialing so nicely, getting such a high touch, and Fever so quick to the ball to get it under Torsos.
He really did.
After topping the group stage, the Renegades are able to secure victory in the finals over Ground Zero Gaming. We have a whole bunch more RLCS regions coming up in the next episode. In the meantime, let's head over to Valorant, where the teams fought in the VCT Last Chance qualifiers in the Asia Pacific, EMEA, North American, and South American regions.
Killjoy ult will come through. The lockdown in the corner to try to zone them back out of the site. Estelle will find Super Plus, so he's trying to make his way into a lobby. Blinds connect. 10 going to be able to find one. John Olsen gets a kill on Sugar Zero, and that's going to be him popping the knives. It's now all on 10 and Estelle to try to turn this around. 1v3. The flash is coming through. 10 does not go for the push. Now moves up. Estelle is gone. It's all on 10 and a 1v2. Couple Knives come flying out, and there it is. Lammy Snacks will finish it off. Full sense.
Destroy this door. There's 2 players on the site. There's one in A main. Except I might have that information because they've had control around tree for a while, so they should be able to hear some of these kind of tidbits. All that cloud burst is certainly going to delay things here, but BCJ, he's found himself, boy. Nitro, he's got no health. He's got no health here backside. Oh, but somehow still 100 Thieves pick up every single kill just like that. A 13-9 finish, and we have ourselves a winner. I can't believe.
Tem uma jaula complicada, conseguiu quebrar o fio. O Cap tenta se livrar do jogador, mas não encontrou o ângulo. Lá vem a passagem de QCK na base. Já foi visto, já sabem dele. QCK, strefou, abriu. Meu Deus do céu, olha o QCK aprontando mais uma. Levou os 2. E agora? Tudo na mão do Cap. A Fúria tá muito perto. A Fúria vai encontrar o jogador. E o Kalil encerra o papo.
Y va a finalizar el conjunto de Guild en el punto de B. Y fíjate la rotación y la lectura de Team Liquid.
Muy buena la lectura de Liquid, a pesar de 4/5. Ojo a la entrada, las lechugas, muy bien. ¡Oh!
Scream saca la primera, la setup del Link, que es una maravilla. Nivera contesta también otra más para Link. Se puede terminar aquí. 3-2 ahora. Draken está 13 puntitos de vida. Va a llegar ese hurto neuronal. Sulkas que tiene tiro, lanza las balas. Draken de momento las esquiva. Tan solo con vida Draken. Tan solo con vida el Neo Draken. Cierra finalmente Sulkas. Team Liquid es equipo del mundial. Wow. Team Liquid estará en Berlín.
Team Liquid take it in EMEA, Full Sense in Asia Pacific, and Furia Esports in South America. All of those teams get a seed into the Valorant Champions at the end of the year. North America will finish up this coming week. Also this week, we had the start of the Sky Esports Championship 3.0.
In from Exo, this time towards C, but look at that Maker. He has only pushed all the way towards C main. Oh, C long that is, but hell left pushes through the smoke, gets a kill on the Excali. There you go. Where is the lurch? There he is. That Maker. But it doesn't really matter. It's going to have a pursuit. That Maker will get himself a double. It's all done and dusted. Right click. He misses. Oh boy, goes. He's going to get taken down by right 2As. And here you go. The smiles in the boot camp.
They will continue on next week with the rest of the playoffs. Next up, let's check out CSGO, where we had the conclusion of the ESEA Premier Division Season 38 in North America, Europe, and Australia.
Close this series. Are we going to overtime? Valiance does find the pick, but look at Savage's position here. Waiting at the fake vent, does get one. Here we go, Savage. 1-2. Will it be a third? Will it be a third? It's got to be Hazard to pick it up. It's all on a gyro, ladies and gentlemen. He's on his lonesome. He's get fun for the fake vent, but it's got to be Hazard to close the game. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Team Looking for Org, your victors of ESEA Premier Season 38 of Oceania.
Chociaż to Anonymo miało ten problem, bo to oni wcześniej mieli tę okazję, żeby wygrać na 2. Teraz XCOM Ago pokazuje, że im wystarczy taka jedna szansa, bo to jest naprawdę świetny początek i chyba też świetna końcówka w wykonaniu MHL-a, jak i całego XCOM Ago. Rewelacyjny start, 5-2. Demo wie, że coś trzeba tutaj zrobić, ale to nie działa. Fiku na posterunku, MHL 35. frag na daście.
Work with outside, Sonic is going to again push into that lobby. Ben, this is working, Mac.
It certainly is. The numbers thinning. JT falls, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 push through. Cynic able to stop it. Party Astronauts pumping the brakes, but OC, the man, he's hit the wall bang, and he's looking to close the distance as well. Cynic, here's the push coming through, and the AK does it. Cynic takes Party Astronauts across the final line in double overtime. They are going to be your champions here in ESEA Premier for Season 38.
Party Astronauts take it in North America, AGO in Europe, and Looking for Org in Australia. All 3 of those teams get a seed into the next ESL Pro League season. This week also gave us the Blast Premier Fall Showdown.
It's another to just crush their souls like this.
It's these monster pushes they've been getting away with so consistently, and we're already at the point in the round where Refresh doesn't even need to defend it.
Oh, and he drives by Valda. They've got 10 seconds to spare. It has to be a knife out run. OG, who weren't able to qualify for the major, this was their chance, a run at the fall finals, and they won't even be able to plant. Heroic have added their names to the list of teams. Welcome to the Royal Arena.
Heroic and Team Liquid take the top spots to qualify for the fall finals. Meanwhile, the Pinnacle Fall Series finished up their main Swiss stage.
Here comes that A take, but without the players running in, it's literally just a waste of utility. The Molotovs have extended their duration. And what is this from? What are we doing? One win. They're all just running their dad. 2 kills come back, but 24 seconds, and the Op's gonna shut down Pole. It's all up to Deco in the 1v3, and even Travis disconnected. That upsets me a little bit, but maybe the Deagle of Deco can make some magic happen. Quiet the whole series, quiet all day for 1 win. Maybe he can keep their hopes alive. Bomb tapped around the silo.
He's not even going for it.
That's done. 16-9. It's a double 16-9 stomp for Fun Plus Phoenix and a 2-0 win.
The Elisa Invitational finished up this week. Team Fiend taking down the Copenhagen Flames in the finals.
Bubble's doing so much damage and pulling time, allowing that distraction. That allows the bomb to go down at lower.
All about the retake, though. Double doors may have been heard, may have been opened up. Copenhagen Flames looking for their way out. Hooksy spraying through the SMG, hoping to get a wall bang through the vents and onto the rafters. Open up the second window, trying to catch off Harm. Molotovs force the player out of dark. That's Dreamer. Face in. Red Star and Harm. Get those kills. Hooksy, everything to do now. 1v3. Sprayed up by Dreamer. And Red Star gets the final frag of the Eliza Invitation.
Republic finished up their group stage this week.
Kios can hear the footsteps head towards ramp and have some information knowing there's at least one player there. They don't have a kit to gain, which could cause to be a bit of an issue. We'll see how it ends up playing out as they do start to make their way forward. We are going to be seeing the player on the bomb now, but the spray through the wood is going to end up taking him straight down. No ways, that's round over. Exit can't do anything about this. He's tapped the bomb, but now the information is there for Kios. Taps the bomb again, looking to force Kios into the open.
It's too
but
low.
even if he gets the kill, there's no time. There's no time. No, it's over. Series is over. LDLC have done it. They won on Nuke 16-7. They won here on Ancient 16-5. A dominant display of Counter-Strike coming through for the French.
And the FunSpark Ulti came to its conclusion with the finals between Checkmate and Team Renewal.
Okay, the timing is of the essence on their side, but the taps from Bartak using the pillar here in the hut area at dark as cover, but Bartak holding out the USP, but that's gonna be the dink with the Glock. Somehow he's gonna get 2. What is this? Dobu, if you can get this would be huge with a Steka or a Ketsa. Good thing the savior is here. Imagine if Dobu got the clutch with that Glock. That would have been a crazy scenario for Renewal.
Checkmate able to take those finals 2-1, which wraps up our Counter-Strike for today. Moving on over to Rainbow Six Siege, the Copa Elite 6 Stage 3 played through this week with the finals between FaZe Clan and Team 1 Esports.
Vem pra rotação, nas costas, busca de novo no Memorial, olha o Bullet, vem com uma flash pra surpreender, o Asta ainda leva mais uma impressionante, tá no 2x1, vem pra rotação final, por cima ainda o KDS, pra marcar o desativador, eles estão tentando buscar e conseguem recuperar, vem correndo agora pra fazer o plant, será que ainda tem a posição? É o Prefire agora, na frente dos jogadores, pode pegar cover pra conseguir plantar, não tem C4, tem que se reposicionar, no 2x1 agora, é o round final, Retalha, ficou no perigo, quebrou os drones, o KDS tá de olho, tentou buscar na bala, retorna, vem pra lavanderia, são 2 ainda, e é finalizado pelo Astro!
FaZe Clan able to take this win in the grand finals. We also had some regional tournaments going on this week with the Asia Pacific League, European League, and the North American Challenger League.
Ready for any gunfights. It's not the end of the world, but it could be the difference maker. Canos just holding his angle there. A man pushes up onto the Ashra spot. Black Ray, Anaton, Ayagator. It's big and it's an EDD. There's Canos. He gets Soldier. 1. 2 versus 2. It is all down to these final 7 seconds. Who is going to come out on top here? Can Talon keep themselves fighting? No! Anaton, Black Ray, take a bow. You managed to secure the win for Cyclops in what has been a very hard-fought matchup. And what a treat we saved to the end of APAC.
However, it is only Kendry they're holding back. In comes Patbull.
It seems like Team Secret are putting all their eggs in one basket here, Des, and it seems like those eggs are going to be cracked and made into an omelette if they're not careful. 4 versus 3 as Vitality start to find the kills, and there's a trade every single time that one of their own members goes down. It all comes down to Gonfi from Freeze.
Caesar, and he gets put on ice by Bibu as Vitality come back from 6-3 down to find the win, to find the points that might just take them one step closer to the Sweden Major.
Right in their main stairs. Push actually. Looks like they're rushing up main stairs. Nat with the bearing 9, the Whitlock. Mikey with 2 of his own to repel these attackers, but Flipper's there to take him out. And Zeno takes out Titans. They have control of site. Karn's still in bathroom though. Indy not aware of the control from the attackers. He is taking down construction. Nat's walking in. He info peeks, but can't win the fight against Karn, and Livid will win that.
Mantis, FPS, and Invictus Gaming take the top spots in Asia Pacific North and South. The rest of the top teams will fight it out in the playoffs this coming week. Next up, we have some Starcraft action as the ASL started working on their playoffs.
Just on the back foot right now. Those Marines at the left side are actually very low.
I'm wondering what that SCB is for. Maybe he's going to be putting down the offensive command center in front of Soma's face. Well, what is this?
I think he may have just selected everything, but it would be quite funny to see if he does build an offensive command center. That's when you know you need to absolutely get out of this game. Scourge are not going to connect on any of those, and now we've got an eraser. And you talked about how many drones there were at the mineral line of the main. If there's no burrow, we're about to see all those drones get wiped out.
Yeah, Soma is biting his mouth. Okay, there's GG.
And in StarCraft 2, the Dreamhack winter season came to a close in both Europe and North America.
We'll find an additional 2 carriers right here, right now. Another one as well from those Corruptors that will be easy pickings, and things are beginning to fall apart for Neep here. I mean, the Muta, another one, and to every another one. And to every point that you were making, I mean, are not really paying off from Scarlet, but the Corruptor follow-up has been wonderful. And now looking to focus fire onto some of those Void Rays. But I think wise to retreat is Scarlet. She found so much damage right now. She is near maxed, so I think she will still continue to flood and continue to make the life impossible for Neep if she has it her way. So good on Neep to identify that, drop some static defense, try to stabilize. This next minute or 2 could be game deciding.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Neeb is going to be struggling to hold on to his bottom right-hand base at the same time as this base, and it's already 6 base versus 4. If he goes down to 3 base, is nothing. That's it. GG. Scarlet takes the series 4-2. He's finding a few workers here and there and everything, but it's just the lack of production for such a long time. Cyril has been teching up. He's been getting up the transitionary pieces, so what good is 3CC if you aren't actually able to mine or even land most of those command centers?
Yeah, the Queen's now in a very annoying position, preventing what little Clem has to mine at his natural. He has, of course, established his third, and there is a tank now available. That is a crucial piece here from Clem to dislodge this Queen's from Cyril. No transfuse there, as the Queen was just turning around to do it. The other Queen falls a little bit too fast, however. 11 more workers have gone down, like you were pointing out to. And now the Queens, I don't know that they want to go down the ramp, but they really want to get rid of that Liberator. But Clem with the repair, just in time. Amazing job from Clem. Just he knows how important each piece is. And these Banshees, I mean, they have been put to work over time, not even with Cloak to work with the entire time. Clem trying to now find damage onto the other side of the map.
Cyril gets revenge there on Clem for the last European finals, while Scarlet takes down Neeb to reclaim North America for the Canadians. Season finals for Dreamhack Winter between all the regions begins in a few weeks. And to close this out today, let's check in on Street Fighter V as the Capcom Cup held their Eastern Europe and Russia event.
Oh my word.
Highwayman!
Please don't tell me he's going to rob his way into Capcom.
Oh my goodness. Papoy is just robbing JB.
Damn, he's hitting him with all the gimmicks and the fake strings, and he's really gotten into Jamie's head, and that's where it counts right now. But Jamie still has something to say about it. Living rent-free. This is fantastic. I wish I could do that. Maybe I should play more.
Exactly.
Oh no, he might do it again.
Oh goodness. Jamie's in the corner. I have to hold my breath at this point.
Jamie's in the corner. Get out.
Oh my
get
god.
out
Get out of the corner. Get out of the water.
Oh no. please don't super. Don't super. I said don't super.
No. I said that's it. And it's almost done.
Oh no.
Look at this. And Papoy is gonna take it. Winning this Capcom Pro Tour.
Papoy able to take the finals, coming from the lower bracket and winning both sets against Jamie. And that does it for this episode. It was a long one, but then we did have a lot to cover, especially with those big Dota and League events going on. If you watched to the end, I hope you'll hit those like and subscribe buttons for me. Maybe even leave a cheeky comment for the YouTube algorithm. As always, I've been the Chickenman here for the PSISTORM Esports Network, and I'll see you next time.